Hi, this is Lisa Broomfield, EDOL 722. It's my video for The Danger of a Single Story. And I want to share with you, many years ago, when I was in the United States Army, I worked for a guy. We were in Germany. I worked for a guy. His name was Staff Sergeant Goebel. And he didn't really connect with women. And so he basically would just ignore us. He never, gave us tasks to do, or never, it was all kind of in general, but he basically worked through the guys and had no connection with the women. And so I never learned to do the things that I needed to do for my job. After a while, I was transferred to another another division, a section guy, Staff Sergeant Dix. And he was a real hands-on guy. He taught me how to use the generator, taught me how to drive a big 2.5 ton trucks. He made sure that whatever we needed to do for that job, that we had the opportunity to learn and grow. And I really flourished in that environment. I began to do trainings. I got so responsible, and time went by. He recommended me for promotion to E5, to sergeant. And one day then he came to me and he said that Staff Sergeant Goebel, who was the guy I used to work for, had told him that he didn't feel like I deserved to be promoted to E5, and that, he shouldn't put me up for E5. And so Staff Sergeant Dick said, I want you to sit down, talk to him, and see, if we can get this resolved. And I remember talking to Staff Sergeant Goebel, and he said, you never did anything. You just kind of hung out. You didn't take on any leadership roles. And I explained to him, I said, when I worked for you, you never put any time and effort into training me or to allowing me to do anything. And it was never taught, how to run a generator. So I was very intimidated. It's my first duty station, but I took my cues from you. Now that I work for Staff Sergeant Dix, and he's taught me how to do these things, and I'm flourishing, and I'm, taking on leadership responsibilities. Now, you want to block my promotion, and I don't think that's right. And, it was a very tough conversation, but, I kind of stood my ground. I said, he's recommended me based on what he sees my job performance as. And I said, for you to block it is not fair. And if this continues, I'm going to go talk to the first sergeant, because I'm not going to just accept this. And, he said, he didn't say much, he just said, well, I don't agree with it, and he went back to Staff Sergeant Dix. And I don't know if he finally withdrew his objection, but I know that Staff Sergeant Dix had a conversation with him about the role that I played and the responsibilities that I had taken in my leadership development. And I ended up being recommended for sergeant, and ended up making sergeant. And it was one of the best times of my life, but because he had one view of women in the military, and he didn't spend any time teaching us anything or connecting with us, it was, truly the danger of a single story. I'm more than just a woman, more than that he ever gave me a chance to be. And so happy that I was able to switch and go to work for someone who looked beyond the fact that I was new to the military. I didn't have any skills, and he made sure that I was provided the opportunity, access, and training to be all that I could be in the United States Army, which is one of the greatest times of my life when I was in the military. And so just, again, the danger of the single story. We can't just look at what we think we see on the outside and make a determination and a judgment call based on where someone can go. And being in education, I see it all the time, that we need to give access and opportunity to everyone. Thank you. I appreciate your time and watching this video.